your horror movie podcast.
What is up, everybody? Just Justin from the Hackstab/podcast, and today we are getting creepy. We are doing 2014's found footage, I'm gonna say masterpiece, Creep. And I'm kicking it solo, which this is like the third time I tried to record because I've stuttered so bad I've had to just scrap the whole entire thing. Because I'm also doing this one shot, no editing, because we're doing 31 days straight of podcasts, and we gotta keep pumping these things out. And Sean, shout out Sean, he's on vacation in Disney World with the kids. And guess what? He actually hates found footage. So he's fine with missing this. And honestly, I kind of wish he did watch this because this one, well, all right. So before I jump in, I've seen this one time. Have you guys seen this? Let me know in the comments. And I basically I asked myself the question, like, what is the rewatchability of this one? And is it as uncomfortable as a watch as it is the first time? Because if anyone has seen this, extremely uncomfortable. And I do have two funny stories I'm going to tell in a minute. I'm going to talk about the first few minutes, and then I'm going to talk about two awesome stories about how uncomfortable this movie is. Anyway, right away, so I mean, we meet our friend Aaron, and he is recording everything driving up to the mountains. And he basically says, "Hey, I don't even know who I'm meeting yet." Red flag. But hey, they offered 1,000 a day, dollars a day for their filming services, and it says discretion appreciated. He even says like whatever, like what does that mean? You see some really cool scenery. I mean, this looks like it's way up there, like small town, really like small, like woods town vibes. And finally gets there. It's like in the woods, almost looks like some kind of cottage or something like you could rent. And you see like an axe just sticking up and just sticking into a stump. I mean, I got the red flags there. We're already throwing red flags. But I mean, if you show up and you just see an axe there, probably no big deal, right? It's just like it's a cabin. There's going to be axes, but guess what? There's nobody there that he can see right away. We don't see anybody, and well, until we meet Joseph, who jump scares him at the window. I mean, you want to talk about awkward? This guy just jumps, jumps out and smashes on the window. The dude screams. So awkward. Why do you even do that to meeting someone? Then he gets out of the car. I'm Aaron. I'm Joseph. And he hugs him. And you just talk about really weird right away. He's like, yeah, just bring it in. Like, we're going to be super close. Like, this is actually nothing at all. What? Another red flag. Like, what is that supposed to mean? Basically goes inside, and Joseph tells us his backstory. Name's Joseph. He is a cancer survivor. Bad news, though. 2 months ago, boom, brain tumor. Super big. Probably two to 3 months to live. Says he's married, says he's got a child on the way, and this whole thing is just very uncomfortable. But I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? He says, look, I want you to document this, just this is a journey into the heart for my kid to see. We're just calling him Buddy right now, because I know I might never see Buddy, so says, don't try to make me look cool, just I want to be me. But now we gotta go to the tub. It's tubby time. And this dude runs up the stairs, and you hear Aaron like, what, did he see tub? And this is my story I gotta tell. My wife doesn't watch a lot of horror movies with me, but she agreed to watch this one with me. And I mean, we're probably like, I don't know, 6 minutes into the movie, 5 minutes into the movie, and we get to this point. She was already like, this is so uncomfortable. It's so weird. As soon as this dude got in the tub, she's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not watching with you. She did not even feel bad for me. She got out of the room and left. After I watched this, I was like, oh my God, more people need to see this. So I remember I told my coworker, BT, shout out BT, said, dude, you gotta watch Creep. Go home, watch Creep. It's so disturbing and weird, but trust me. He came to work the next day. He was absolutely pissed at me. He was like, dude, are you serious? Like, he was so angry. He's like, what the hell? I'm like, what, you didn't like it? He's like, dude, I turned it off. I was like, when? He's like, you got into like the tub. And he goes, it had like tubby time. He's like, I turned it off right after that. So, two people I tried watching this movie with, or one I told about, and this is the farthest I got. But back to the movie. I guess, you know what? I guess I can understand why they turned it off. Because he is having a tub, like he's by himself, but the guy's recording in the room with them, and he's pretending to have tubby time with his son. I'm talking like he picks up his imaginary son and puts him in there, and he's like talking about his toesies getting wet. This is just the weirdest shit you'll ever see in your whole entire life. And then he just starts getting wicked serious and dark. And he's like, sometimes I just don't even know if I should just end it. And he puts his head underwater for like a couple, like 30, 40 seconds to the point where Aaron like goes up and like, what is happening? And he jump scares the shit out of him. And he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, it was just getting way too serious in there. That was a bad joke. I got a weird sense of humor. Whatever. So, you know what? Move it on. Would you like to go outside? He says, yeah. All right, we'll go get a nice warm jacket. There's an extra jacket in there. So it's a little chilly outside. Opens a closet, screams again. He gets jump scared because there's a werewolf mask in there. Like, can we have another red flag? You're out in the woods with this dude and you got a crazy werewolf mask. But no, yeah, he's basically just like, no, not weird at all. That's Peach Fuzz. The thing is named Peach Fuzz. Like another red flag. He goes, let me show you. He puts Peach Fuzz's mask on and he's like, I got a song about him. And he sings and dances with this thing on. Wow, this is uncomfortable. But guess what? It is trail time. They drive a little bit, they go on a trail, nice little hiking adventure. I love hiking, so this is pretty cool, right? Basically tells them they're going to go find some healing water. And only if you're pure of heart, though, will this water, heal you. He basically even says, like, are you pure of heart? This poor dude, Aaron's just probably like, what is even happening? And they're hiking. And guess what Joseph does? He's like, did you see that? And he just runs off into the woods. Aaron is just like, dude, what is going on? He goes to look for him and he gets jump scared again. Jumps up from behind the tree, screams at him. And you see, like, Aaron gets so scared. And Joseph gets oh my God, I can't even talk, but we're keeping all this in. He gets excited and he's like, oh man, you should have seen your face. You really should have seen your face. I know you can't see your face, but you should have seen it. 2 seconds after you got scared right there, it looked like you wanted to kill me. He's like, you got that animal in you. And he's like excited. He's like, dude, you got that animal in you. And then they're like talking as they're walking through this water. He's like, hey man, can I ask you a question? And Aaron's like, yeah, what? He's like, when you saw that axe, did you think I was gonna like kill you? And he goes, yeah, I mean, I kind of like that, kind of like crossed my mind real fast because I didn't know you. And he just kind of like laughs. And then he goes and sees it. This really cool like waterhole spot. And like the waterhole is like shaped as a heart. Badass place you'd find hiking. Gets a little weird though because he carves like J plus A into the friggin' rock. I mean, he just met this dude like an hour ago, but and you can tell Aaron's like, dude, I'm getting hungry. Like what are we even doing right here? And he goes, oh well, guess what? I'm buying lunch. I know this great place that me and my family used to go all the time. Greatest pancakes ever. Pancake time. And they go there. And they open up, and it's more just really weird talk. Aaron also kind of catches on. There should be another red flag because he said he's been here before with his family and everything. And it's, oh, well, let's see what's good here. Let's see what's good here. And he calls him out on it. He's like, dude, haven't you been here like a lot, like with your family? And oh, yeah. No, they changed the menu, which I guess that makes sense, right? Because restaurants change the menu. So, I mean, that's fine. They open up, have some really weird deep talk and everything. Basically, like, oh, like, what are you ashamed of? And when it is, Aaron tells the story, and then when it's Joseph's times, just talk about another red flag. He's like, well, he starts showing him his phone. He's like, I took pictures of you, and it's all pictures of Aaron when Aaron first arrived, just like him walking up the stairs and stuff when he didn't think anyone was there. Just absolutely bizarre. And he's like, what do you feel about that? And Aaron's like, yeah, well, this is kind of weird as hell, but okay, like whatever. Like, I mean, I guess it makes sense because he says, like, I wanted to know you before you knew me, whatever. Now it's nighttime. They get back to Joseph's. Aaron's like, all right, dude, I'm gonna go. Like, it's been real. I don't know if it's been real fun, but it's been real. And he's like, no, you can't leave yet. What, man? Dude, like, I'm gonna like, and he's basically, I don't know if anyone's watching on YouTube, it's like the picture behind me. He's like pretty much like standing there, like trying to just tell him, hey man, like, I want to pour you a whiskey. He's like, I don't know, man. It's like late. I really should go. He said, no. Just one whiskey. Come on, man. One whiskey, one whiskey, one whiskey. Finally agrees. And just, dude, just when you think you just can't get more awkward. And like this movie's definitely it's a slow burn, but it is like you're so engaged because it's so bizarre. It's so uncomfortable. Even this like all these talks, but it's like watching a train wreck. Like you can't look away. You are so hooked because it's just so uncomfortable and bizarre. He starts all of a sudden telling Aaron like he's got like an excess of wealth and he wants to help him. He wants to give him my money. Aaron's like, no, dude, that's okay. He's like, oh, there's a check in your boot right now. And he goes to look in his boot, and he's like, "Gotcha, there really isn't, but the fact that you even looked means it could help you." And he's like, "I am gonna help you though. I will help you." And he's just like, "Dude, I don't know. Like it's time to go. Like I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here." So he stands up. Aaron's like ready to leave. All of a sudden, he's like, "Dude, hold up, hold up." He's like, "I lied to you." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "I lied to you." He's like, "Could you please turn off the camera? I lied to you." And this is it, he looks so serious and really creepy. This takes like a really weird, sinister, creepy turn. And even the story I'm about to tell you, I can't even believe it's a real story that happened in this movie. So as this is happening, for the next like 3 minutes, the screen is dark. It's completely dark on your movie, and you see like you just see the words coming up. It's displaying what he is saying. And he basically is like 4 years ago, I found I searched my browser history on my computer because the internet was going really, really slow. And I found animal pornography, some really heavy and disturbing stuff. And guess what? There was only two of us in this house. And Aaron, I wasn't searching for that. It was my wife. And I'm just you're like, what? And he's like, so about Peach Fuzz. I said I was gonna go away and work away, not and she was gonna be at the cottage by herself. And I went and I bought that mask. It was a wolf mask. He's like, Aaron, that night I went to this house. I broke in, I smashed right through the windows, and you know what I did? He's like, I tied up my wife and I put on that mask, and we had insane animalistic sex for like hours, and I escaped through the window and left her tied up. He's like, and guess what happened? He's like, the next day I came back as myself in the morning, and I asked my wife, "Oh hey, how was last night? Like everything go just go okay? Like what'd you do?" And she didn't say one word about it. She just acted like it was completely normal, and we never ever spoke of it. He's like, I raped my own wife. And dude, like, and then he says that, right? And it's so disturbing and bizarre and weird and like, what's even happening? Then all of a sudden, like, the camera's back on recording, and he's like, boom, he's doing like a final thought to his son, like a sign off. You're like that, you just get a okay, like, just we're moving on, I guess. Just absolutely insane story. Does the final thought to his son. You can tell Aaron's like, okay, I'm gonna leave. Holy crap, let me get out of here. And that was a perfect shot. And you hear him, he's like, I don't think that was perfect. Dude, perfect shot. I'm ready to get out of here. And he's like, where are my keys? Where are my keys? He can't find his keys. His keys are freaking gone. Holy crap. Like, oh my God, like this is so frustrating. Run, man, run. Like his keys are gone. But he basically tells them, look, you should probably stay. I don't know where your keys are. You can't find your keys. It's getting late. Like the road's probably not that great. Like you should probably stay. He's like, you know what? I probably should stay. And we see him to go over to the whiskey stuff, and we see him mixing something in a whiskey. And this is Aaron we're talking about. Aaron now brings the two drinks, brings a big one for our man Joseph over here. And he basically says bottoms up, like they're gonna do a shot. He's like, bottoms up. Oh, okay, like let's go. They chug it. They do the shot, and like I said, Joseph downs this big one, and you could tell he starts to film the next shot. And as he's talking, he's kind of like talking like this. Like he's like my mouth, like I'm stuttering. Like that tastes funny. He's like, you taste funny? It's like, no. What are you talking about? Dude falls asleep. Even it's creepy when he's asleep because he's like whispering like peach fuzz, like absolutely bizarre. And you see Aaron's like kind of making sure he's out of it. Like this dude is snoring now, and he's kind of like he actually reaches and like gets his phone. And as he gets the phone, a freaking phone goes off. It's freaking Angela, who he said like, "Oh, Angela's my wife." So Aaron now answers the phone, and he's like whispering. He's like, "Hello, hello," and she's like, "Oh, this is Angela," and he's basically like, "This is Aaron. Like, yeah, he hired me." And she's like, "What? Who the who? What are you talking about? Who are you?" He's like, He hired me for like the can. He has cancer. You know, I'm with your husband." She's like, "Joseph's my brother. Like, what? He doesn't have cancer." She's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "I'm in like." Basically, thinks it's still their house. I'm at the house, and she's like, "What? What is the address? Like, what are you talking about?" No, my brother has problems. Like, he has a problem. Like, get out of there right now. He's like, "I can't find my keys." She's like, "You gotta stop walking. Like, leave right now. Like, go." She is just saying, like, walk get out of there. Like, who cares if you don't have your keys? Just start walking towards the road. So he does. So he's like, all right, bye. All right. He gets right out there but he looks and guess who is gone? Joseph is freaking missing. He goes, Aaron goes outside, and guess what? Joseph's outside. He finds him outside, and dude, Joseph's still right in the crazy act. He's like crying, like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. He's bawling his eyes out, and he's like, I know. Aaron's like, I know. And he's like, what? He's like, you need help. I know. And then he's like, Angela told me everything. He's like, I talked to Angela. The second he says this, dude, Joseph scrams into the house, like just runs away. And Aaron goes back into the damn house, like, dude, I mean, another red flag. Like, I know you don't have your keys. Like, I get it. It's probably a little chilly outside. This dude's clearly a psychopath. Just run. I would have, if the guy, like, don't play, you're at this guy's home turf, like, run for your life. Just run towards the street. Go find a car. Just get out of there. But he doesn't. He goes back inside. And guess what? Joseph's got the Peach Fuzz mask on. And this is so uncomfortable, the most creepy shit you'll ever see in your whole entire life. He's blocking the door. So like he's like standing in front of the door like this, if anyone's watching, and he's kind of like swaying his hips. Like this is so damn uncomfortable. He's like gyrating with a werewolf mask on, and then he starts growling. And Aaron's asking him questions. Like he's like, "Are you gonna let me go?" And he like shakes his head no. He's like, "Are you just trying to scare me?" Shakes his head yes. Not even answering, growling. I mean, this dude's in touch with the inner wolf, I guess. He charges them right now. Aaron charges them. Camera falls. Boom. Screen goes black. You have no clue what's going on. The next scene you see is Joseph dragging two black trash bags up a hill with a shovel, starting to shovel. Oh my God. In my head right away, I'm thinking Aaron's dead. I'm like, oh my God, this did not just happen. But guess what happens? You see Aaron now, all of a sudden talking. Aaron's watching this tape now. He says, just for a little context, he explains what happened after that. He goes, after that, I just ran off, ended up getting my car towed. Like he escaped, but Joseph is just gone. Like he has no clue where he went. Absolutely so bizarre. And he goes, you know what? I just wrote it off as like a weird thing, kind of just like, whatever. Like I'm not going to do anything about it. We're just going to pretend. He's basically going to say, I'm never going to talk about it ever again. But until I get this tape in the mail. Got that tape in the mail, which is he watching, and he's trying to interpret it. He's like, he literally showed me this tape of him digging with these two bags. He's like, I don't know if this is like, is that supposed to be me? Is he like killing me? I don't know what's going on, but he's like, that also means he knows my address. And then we see Aaron just keeps recording, documenting the next few days. He's basically like, I have nightmares. I can't get this out of my head. Like, it's creepy. I'm wearing a mask. He's wearing a Peach Fuzz mask. This is in my head. Next morning, he's like, "Oh, I was in the shower, heard the doorbell. Package person dropped off a package. Hopefully, it was USPS. Shout out postal team." Anyway, he's like, "Oh, it's another tape." He puts it in, and well, first he gets it. There is a knife in there. He pulls out a freaking knife and a tape, and he's like, "Hey, man, sorry about the last tape, but you did drug me. I found the Benadryl bottle, so we see it was the Benadryl that he put into the whiskey." And he's like, so I guess, we're gonna kind of consider that even. But I suppose you haven't dug deep enough, right? Hit pause right now and go a little deeper in that package. So he does. He hits pause, he fishes around, all those like packing peanuts and everything. And it is like he finds a little wolf stuffy. Like this little wolf stuffed animal. How cute, right? Just creepy shit ever. Hits play on the tape again. He's basically like, look, this reminded me of you. Um, you got to embrace that inner wolf, man. We all have that little inner wolf on you, and I saw this and I just thought of you. And look, he's like, just sometimes you just got to take that knife and just like dig it in deep, and it's just some great stuff after you put that knife in. He's like, sometimes you just got to murder it. And he's like, there's a surprise for you in there. And then you hear him as he's like turning the tape off, you hear on the tape, he's like, see you soon, buddy. Like, holy, all the red flags in the world. Just throw all of them. Like, how is this dude just so calmly? And well, we see him like he takes the knife and he puts it into the little wolf stuffed animal thing and he finds a necklace. The necklace is a little heart necklace thing. When you open up, has pictures in it. And guess what? It says J plus A forever. And there is pictures of both of them in there. Like Finally, this dude's like, it's time to call the cops. Yeah, you freaking think, dude? Holy shit, Aaron, call the damn cops. Like, calls the cops. Cops are like, basically, what's this guy's name? He's like, well, I don't know. He lies about everything. Could be Joseph. Where does this guy live? I don't know where he lives either. He kind of lied, but he had this like weird cabin thing. Like, I can show you some stuff. He's really creepy. He's sending me these videos. He knows them. Cops pretty much say how like they can't help you. They're not taking it serious at all. Um, so that sucks. But it is nighttime now, and he's still recording, just documenting some stuff, and we hear boom, boom. We hear some thumps. It is like, oh shit, it is here. And he goes outside, and this is actually is really creepy because like he is found footage, so he's like walking around, but luckily he sees a barrel tipped over, and it's his trash barrels like around the side of his house, kind of like almost outside like his window where Aaron actually sleeps. And he blames, well, he says it's the raccoons. He blames it on the raccoons, and he's like, well, you know what? Goes back to sleep. Well, guess what? That videotape, we now see Aaron sleeping. How could we see Aaron sleeping if he's recording it? Well, guess what? That's because he's not recording it. Somebody else is in the room recording it. And he even takes his hair, gives it a little snip, and puts his hair down in front of the camera. And then guess what? It is Aaron wakes up and he's like, well, this is absolutely creepy. There's a window behind his head. Someone cut the screen, put a DVD there. And it says my last video. Yikes. Right away, all the red flags, dude. Go get a weapon, go get a bunch of friends, have people sleep over there with you. Like, tell them, like, hey, like, I don't know, go get a machine gun, go to the cops again, go to the cop town, like, just stay in the cops area. Like, holy crap. And in this video, right, he says this is his last video. He's like in front of a lake, and he's like, holds up the stuff that he threw away. Like, and he throws the DVD away, and he's like, "Look, I get it. Like, I kind of act a little crazy. I guess I could get why you would throw that away." But he also finds the necklace, and he's like, "This one hurt, man. This one kind of, this broke my heart all over again." And I'm not gonna lie, he says, "I've been spiraling. I've had some bad thoughts of what I want to do to you and myself, but I'm trying to come in grips with that." He's like, and basically says, like, I don't know what's wrong with me. He's like, I need someone to talk to. Says how he burnt all these bridges, kind of like opening up to him and everything. And says, look, you probably never want to see me again. Like, I also get that. But look, I have nobody. I've seen doctors. Some think I'm crazy. Some think I don't. I've responded to some pills. Some I don't. I really need help. So he's like, I want to pitch one last thing to you. Lake Gregory. Beautiful public place. He says, I'm going to be here tomorrow around noon. And he kind of like shows the place real fast. He's like, it is open. It is a public place. It is safe. He's like, dude, I'm lonely. I'm sad. Help me out. And Aaron, dude, I mean, even if I saw all this and I went through this, absolutely no. Absolutely no. You should have been tripping over all these damn red flags. But guess what? He's like, and well, he also says, he's like, I want to show you the real me. Well, somehow he feels bad for him. He's just like, yeah, you know what? I do kind of feel bad for him. And we see he's there now. Aaron is there. He pulls up and he's recording too, though. So he's recording. He's like, all right. And he's talking to the camera. He's like, I just want to let you know my phone is set to speed dial 911 and I am filming this. So he has this phone filming on like his dashboard of his car pointed to a bench. There's a nice bench, lovely spot right in front of Lake Gregory. You see houses in the background and stuff. So I mean, this is like there's should be people around and stuff, right? So it should be pretty safe spot. For the next like 2 to 3 minutes, we just see him sitting on the bench. Dude's just sitting there looking at the water. After about a minute, you see someone walk behind him. You see Joseph slowly walk behind him, and he's got almost like a trench coat on or something. Dude, you see slowly like an axe drops by like his legs, like from under the coat, right? And you see throws the coat back. You see he's got the axe over his head, like full like extension, like he's going to hit this guy like crazy. He pauses up front, like with this above his head, and smashes down right on this dude's skull. I guess I did not know. I knew something crazy was going to happen. Obviously, with a crazy move like this in slow burn, you know something's crazy is going to happen. Did I expect this guy to get an axe to the head at the end of the movie when I thought he was going to get away in a public place? Did not. expect that at all. And oh, yeah, I don't even know if I mentioned he put the peach fuzz mask on right before he does it. And like the right before he stuck up to him, he literally like snuck up like absolutely crazy. And right when the axe goes to the head, it pauses, and you see that it is Joseph recording, like he's watching the tape right now. You know what I mean? And he's talking to the tape, and he's like watching his own work. I guess what he did, and he's like, you know what, dude? He goes, smart, super smart that you had your phone set to speed dial. Also smart that you were recording from your phone. And he's like, this is awesome footage. He's like, I get better every single time that I watch it. But he's like, why didn't you turn around? Why didn't you turn around? He's like, I'll tell you why. It's because you're the greatest person in the world. He's like, you're the greatest person ever. You thought I was good. He's like, you are my favorite. He's like, you're my favorite. And the crazy spot though, he's like, you're my favorite. He says out of all of them. But then remember, he's watching this tape. He jump scares himself, and I swear to God, I screamed so loud because this is from the tape of the actual footage of where he killed the guy. He screams into his phone, and then he's watching it, so he literally got scared of his own jump scare. And then we cut ahead, we hear him on the phone now. So this is Joseph. We don't know how much time's gone by. And he basically, it could be the next day. I don't know. He's like, yeah, 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 this is Bill. So now he's calling himself Bill. He's like, this is Bill. He's like, oh, yeah, yeah. Just talking to someone. He's like, you just need a camera. It's like an 8 hours of your time. He's like, I'll pay you, and that's all you need. So he's already setting up the next person to come that he's hiring. And he basically, this time he's saying his name is Bill. And then he sees he like opens up a cabinet, and dude, there is a lot of tapes there, a lot of tapes. And he he did say Aaron is his favorite, and I think he meant it too because he puts the DVD that he recorded of him, and it's got like it says Aaron, and he's got a heart on it. So absolute psychopath. This movie is terrifying. That is so creepy. But yeah, all right. So let's grade this movie and give my final thoughts. I This movie is crazy. It is so tense. It is so unnerving. And it's so simple too. And honestly, I must say, like the two actors carry this unbelievable. And another, we'll just jump right into fun facts too, because I mean, this was directed by Patrick Bryce, but guess what? Patrick Bryce is also Aaron, and it was written by Mark Duplass. I don't know, Hope Duplass. I'm not sure how to say that, but it's also written by him, and he also plays Joseph, the main character too. So I mean, these two guys absolutely crushed it. The fact that they wrote this, the fact that they directed it and starred in it, absolutely amazing. Because honestly, when you have a film where I mean, it's just these two characters, like that's all you're getting. If you have a bad actor, or no, or not even just a bad, obviously a bad actor would ruin it, of course. But even if like you had like a mediocre actor, it would not be this good. These guys absolutely crush it. And I mean, there's obviously some things where you're like, oh, why didn't this guy escape and everything? But I'm still, I don't know. I'm giving this a 7.9, so close to an 8. And overall, I probably give the whole series over an 8 because this movie did have a sequel. I believe it was 2017. We had Creep 2. And honestly, that was really good too. That was another solid one. And then this actually spawned the series, the Creep tapes, which is awesome. It's every single episode is a different tape. I've not seen all those yet. I've just started watching those. I think that's on Shudder. I've seen 2 or 3 episodes. I think I've seen 3 episodes, and honestly, I love it. It's so weird. They're fast stories like this, so creepy. Absolutely love how Mark plays this character. And just this guy's absolute maniac. But honestly, I guess I can see how some people wouldn't like it because it is very uncomfortable. But if you just like go in with a really open mind, just want to watch something like I'm not excited to rewatch this one again. I do kind of want to watch Creep 2 again. Yeah, but it's not like the feel good movie, but it's definitely very weird. And holy like crap, that ending, amazing. And just with the peach fuzz mask, absolute crazy. And just some more fun facts. So these two guys, they basically wrote like a 5-page outline of what was going to happen, what they were going to do, but they actually improvised a ton, like so many of these lines, and they just shot so many different scenes and just put it all together. And I think the reason I watched this too, because I heard that Mark Duplass was in this, and I loved him from his comedy show. He had a comedy. TV series. I don't even know when it ended. I forget, but the League and anyone who's into like fantasy football. I mean, that show was amazing. Just awesome, awesome comedy about fantasy football. Oh man, I missed that show. Actually, it was so awesome. But I heard, I'm like, wait, a guy from that is gonna do a horror movie? I was like, no way, but he absolutely nailed it. It was filmed in a week too. So like I said, they had a 5-page outline, and to film this in a week is absolutely crazy. But I'm gonna pretty much wrap that up right now. Go watch Creep, and honestly follow it up with Creep 2, and just go all, just go all in on the Creep. Do the Creep tapes next. Kind of excited to see that. But thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully I didn't stutter too bad. Not used to talking this long all by myself without Sean over here. But this is just Justin signing off. Well, until tomorrow, because guess what? Tomorrow we're dropping another podcast, 31 days of horror. Get out there, watch horror. Have the best day ever. Awkward. How do I stop recording? This is awkward. I need to stop it because I'm not editing this. Oh, end.